guys, how's it going? So today we're going to talk about budgeting and how to create a simple budget, something very effective just to learn about what your ins and outs are, how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. So I'm just going to show you my budget basically, so you can kind of follow along if you want. Later on we'll go into more depth on how to break down your budget and to analyze, exactly when those payments are coming out, how much is coming out, and that way you can better identify where your money should go, how much money you should have set aside to pay all your bills. This is assuming that you are somewhat a net positive, you're not underwater, and if you are, you may need to seek financial counseling to work towards getting out of debt. Fortunately for myself, I didn't have to do that. I had to sell a lot of assets. I got rid of a house. I also got rid of an RV that I had that was putting me underwater by massive amounts of debt. So off the bat, I got rid of $470,000 worth of debt on a house, and I got rid of an RV that was about $260,000 worth of debt. So all that was gone. There you go. I've already eliminated almost $700,000 of the $1 million worth of debt that I have. So let's look at this. I have what you need. So you need your checking account, your savings account information, any credit cards that you have, student loans, debts, and stuff like that you have to pay on a monthly basis. I would also look at your pay stubs, like how much money do you actually bring in? Do you ever look at your pay stubs and analyze? A lot of people surprisingly don't even know how much money they're paying in taxes or how much is being pulled out of them for benefits and things like that. Maybe they don't really analyze all of their debt. So for me, I have to know what my income is, how often I get paid, when do I get paid? Do I get paid on a Thursday? Some banks pay early. Do I get paid on a Friday? Or do I get paid every week? Do I get paid bi-weekly? Do I get paid bi-monthly? Do I get paid once a month? So all these things are very crucial in writing a budget, knowing where your money is going to go, how you should spend. So you can use an Excel document, or you can use, what I use is Google Sheets. It's free. It doesn't really cost you anything. You just have to have a Gmail account. And you just go in and you create it. So let's go ahead and jump to that right now. So this right here is what I call knowing your numbers, the ins and outs, what's coming in, what's going out. So as I am a military vet, I have disability. It's not a lot of money, but it's still some money that is tax-free. I'm at currently $532 a month, as you can see in here. And then my income is based on after taxes and deductions and all that stuff is around $2,000 a paycheck. So that's really good. I'm very fortunate for the job that I have. Luckily, it's been doing really good because of the whole COVID situation, being locked down. And I'm just sharing these numbers to kind of keep accountability of myself and holding myself accountable for paying off my debts and being good steward with the money that I have. So all that this second number here, so 26 times that amount divided by 12 gives me my monthly average. So it's around almost $5,000, and then I added in my disability here, and that gave me the total of $5,496. So back to this. So I'm just going to explain my situation, my salary, my income, and where it was. So when I first started off, I used to have close to $1 million of debt. Went through a life situation and ended up having to sell my house and a lot of other things. So I had a ton of debt, like a ton of debt. This is still a lot of debt to me. If you look here on this is just a total here. So these are just totals here. This is how much comes out every month, and this is how much total debt that I have as of today. So including in here, I have a Discover credit card, I have my student loans, I have some solar panels, still paying on those on the old house. This is one of the credit cards. This is my car, another credit card, another credit card, another credit card, adding up to $164,000 of debt. So you can see how quick and how dangerous credit cards can be. Student loans, I'm not really worried about. Car payment, not really worried about. Those are debts that you will almost always have unless you pay cash for a used car. But then the thing you got to consider at that point is how much money are you going to end up paying to repair that car? Or are you a mechanic? Or do you know someone who's a mechanic, someone that can do things on the cheap? You just buy the parts and they do the labor for free, or you give them some kind of trade. So I look at those things. So now we're going to go beyond the credit cards and debts, and we're going to look at things that are just normal everyday bills that are almost always consistent. And in this case, it's going to be like my insurance, the insurance on the car, and technically my car can be down here too, but it's still a debt. All these are debts. So power bill, it fluctuates. It's not really consistent, but these are like the necessities that you have to pay for. You don't have to have a car. You don't have to have student loans. You don't have to have credit cards. So that's why I separated them at the top versus these at the bottom. If you have a car, you need insurance. At least in some states it's required. And if you buy new, you gotta have full coverage. And I would recommend to have full coverage. Always have full coverage on your car. And at the very minimum, have liability just in case you get hit and your car is totaled. At least you can cover yourself, so that way you can't really get sued. You can fix their car. So you want liability. Maybe you don't care about your car. In my case, I have to rent. So I have an apartment. This is how much my rent is on my apartment, and then my cell phone bill, because it's split, I really only pay $33 a month, so I'm sharing cell phone. And then my cable bill, so we're splitting this. All these are like split bills on the power bill, the rent, and everything else. So this is my half, my portion. And so the total altogether, all the debts, including the rent, everything is $4,004. So if I take all that basic information of what my income total is, my income total is here versus my debt here, it is this income, right? 5,496 minus $4,004 gives me a leftover of $1,492. So what can I do with that income? So the leftover money can be done in two different things. You can either A, focus on your debts, or B, invest that money, or C, just blow it. So in my case, I ain't trying to blow any money. I've gone through a lot of that hardship and mistake, and now I feel like I've wasted a lot of my life as I've grown up, not investing very well, not really looking towards the future aggressively enough. So knowing what I know now, and the life events that I've gone through, definitely get rid of debt. Try to pay cash on everything that you can pay cash for, and if you get a credit card, we'll explain all that stuff later. Actually, we'll cover credit cards, how to use them to your advantage, and the pitfalls of them. So credit cards can be good, but they can also be very, very bad. So a lot of it has to do with your spending habits, and a lot of it has to do with your ability to be able to pay the bills on time, pay them off, pay them in full. A lot of discipline is involved. If you have that discipline, you can control your spending, control your habits of, oh, I gotta have the latest, greatest, whatever, then a lot of these debts will go nowhere. That is my mistake and things that I've learned from my past. But my primary focus is to build my investment account, because if I don't ever start investing, if I always make the excuse to say, hey, I'm going to invest once I pay off all my debt, you're never going to invest. Paying off this debt, $164,000 worth of debt, could take me 10 years. So that's 10 years of lost potential on investing. So if I let's say I split it. You can do whatever you want to do, but in my case, I'm going to try to split it. I'm going to take the $1,492 and just round it down. Take $1,400 and divide it by 2. So $700 is going to go towards debt, and $700 is going to go towards investing. And then we're going to cover in our next video what investments that I'm involved in thanks again for watching. I hope that you like, subscribe, comment. I hope that you found any of this stuff beneficial. This is just very basic stuff that I wanted to share with you on what my numbers look like currently, as far as knowing what my numbers are coming in and what my numbers are going out. Thanks again, guys, and I will catch you on the flip side.